This short film is about a unique series of expeditions to northwest Australia, and, or in British English Ring, shorebirds for migration and conservation studies. The expeditions, started in the 1980s, have been vital in determining the extraordinary long-distance migrations of shorebirds from breeding grounds in Siberia to wintering areas in Australia and New Zealand via China.
Whitish fringes just there are juvenile, and it's J to the 10 again.
This research work needs to continue. Habitat destruction along the migration routes, especially in the Yellow Sea, which is a critical staging post for these birds, make this research even more essential. After viewing this film, you may feel you would like to join in this wonderful and valuable experience. Contact details for inquiries are given at the end. The expedition operates in two amazing locations, Roebuck Bay and 80 Mile Beach. For Roebuck Bay, the base is Broome Bird Observatory.
The mud is just covered in waders. Birds both this side of the creek, right down in front of us here, and over the far side. So it's a really good spot here. This is called One Tree. It's a really good spot for seeing the waders come.
For 80 Mile Beach, the base is Anna Plains Cattle Station. To stay on an outback cattle station is an experience in itself.
Cattle property that we live on, immediately adjacent to the beach, it's really between the beach and the Great Sandy Desert. That's 1 million acres, 450,000 hectares, with 18,000 head of cattle on it.
The transfer between Broome and Anna Plains for a group of 20 plus people who have to take all supplies and equipment with them is a mega operation, but great organisation has it all done in a day.
The 80 Mile Beach where we are now is, I think, unique. To be in such a remote spot with such huge numbers of birds in such an interesting climate, then that is something really special to come for. There's a lot of physical effort under trying conditions at times in manipulating the cannon equipment, getting it in position, setting it each day, and then dealing with the catch and the birds that you deal with afterwards. But that's just why a large team of 20-25 people to share that workload around and to enable us to deal expeditiously with the birds that we catch. That's why a large team is necessary, and it certainly needs a fair proportion of the team to be the exact opposite of me. In other words, to be young and able and fit.
My name is Jeremy. I'm from Taiwan, and I graduated from animal science. Once I hear this expedition, I'm very excited to participate. I use working holiday to come to Australia.
Hello, my name is Jim, and I come from Taiwan with Jeremy. And I realized that bird conservation is a very international activity. And I joined this expedition to learn a lot of skills and to know how the other countries, how they do conservations.
Hello, I'm Jin Xin. I'm the graduate student of Fudan University in Shanghai. I major in wetland ecology, and I focus on the shorebird ecology. So I come here to learn more about the shorebird. I want to be a conservationist, so I want to know what's the difference between the conservation between China and Australia.
Scientific data is now the basis of helping ameliorate the major problem that these wading birds are suffering through loss of habitat in the Yellow Sea, where land is being reclaimed. Something like 50% of the coastline, 50% of the intertidal flats around the Yellow Sea have been taken away and made into land over the last 25 years, and that is continuing at an ever-increasing rate. Now, at last, we've got really good sound evidence showing that must be the main cause of major declines that we've had in some species of waders. We can prove that they use the yellow sea as their critical stopover point, and that species which don't use the yellow sea are not suffering similar declines in population.
What do you think young people gain through coming here and learning from this experience?
Well, I think, first of all, being in the fieldwork team, where you've got a wide range of people with wide range of ages and experience and countries. I think we've got about 6 or 7 countries in the 22-person team we've got this year. They learn an awful lot from each other from being together in the field. Secondly, this is one of the top 4 or 5 places, sometimes the topmost place for wading birds in the whole world. To get an experience of seeing so many birds together, and so many of the people in so many countries are seeing birds just on migration. Here we're seeing the birds at the terminus of their migration, and they are therefore collected in huge numbers. They're here for several months, and you can really get very good views of them. And I think always just being part of a team that's got a particular set of objectives, in this case scientific data collection with strong conservation application, being part of a team that carries out work successfully under stressful conditions. I mean, we've had temperatures up to 41 about a week ago. Today is much better. It's probably only about 33, 35, quite a cool day by the standards of this area at this time of the year. Just being able to achieve under difficult conditions by being part of that team is something very enjoyable and very satisfying. You see the faces of everyone there, happy, smiling, talking, and all the different countries. Just it's immaterial which country they came from, or almost immaterial what age they are. They seem to all enjoy it, being together.
I think the biggest challenge is the weather, because it's too hot here. Because in the north part of the world, it is winter now.
And we use the cannon to catch a bird. It's very exciting. 3, 2, 1, fire! Boom! Now everyone rush to the beach and catch the bird very fast. Very exciting. It's a very good experience.
What's the challenge for me? Maybe the decision. Every time the decision is very different, because we need to be very do smart things. That's such as if we catch the birds and the tide is get high very fast, so we need to save the bird to prevent their drown. So we need to make a very quickly decision. That's the most challenging for me. Yes, but I am very enjoyed that learn the things like that.
I think this is a very good expedition. Everyone can come here to learn a lot of things, met a lot of friends, and you can understand the other culture about the other country. And so I think this is a very good place to learn lots of things.
We have a lot of happy time, especially we make friends with people coming from different countries.
To say to students, very welcome if you have any interest in this expedition. It's very helpful to improve your bird knowledge and make friends, to international friends.
And I think not only just bird knowledge, everything about nature you can learn from here.